Conducted in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by advertisement in the Cape May Star and Wave, on the Township website, and posted on the bulletin board, Township Hall.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Conrad.
Here.
Councilmember Perry.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Clark is absent. Councilmember Simonson.
Here.
And Mayor Beck.
Here. Before we move down to the work session, I believe we have an addition here with members of the Villas Volunteer Fire Company. And Councilman Conrad.
Chief Harron and Deputy Chief Stone could come forward. 2 meetings ago, I announced, or was the last meeting, that with the help of the Villas Fire Company, the ISO rating for their district was dropped to a 3, which is incredible, and they are going to help explain that, I believe. Okay.
First off, the officers, members, and commissioners of the Villas Volunteer Fire Company would like to thank the residents and the council for their continued support in Fire District Number 1. We have continuously been able to drop our ISO rating since 2009 from a 6.8 to a 4.8 in 2011, and again in 2015 to a 3.3Y, which puts us with 2,891 other fire companies out of 48,855 total fire companies nationwide. We attribute that not only to our continuous training, education, and hard work, but also to the Lower Township MUA for all their hard work in continuing to update our fire hydrants in Fire District Number 1. We would also like to attribute this hard work and education to our 911 dispatchers who work within the Lower Township Police Department. Now, some might ask what all of this means. The answer is not only are you continuing to receive a better service and protection in Fire District Number 1, but also a savings in your homeowners and business insurance. We have seen savings of upwards of $90 in homeowners insurance. We weren't able to get some numbers for you with the business aspect. If anyone has any further questions, I'd be more than glad to answer them tonight, or you can reach out to us at the fire department at 609-886-4611. If anyone has any questions, I'll try and answer them. Council, any questions?
Yes, Chief, people know the fire company's there, and can you let them know exactly, roughly, how much training just a simple firefighter has to go through in a year?
Yeah, of course. It all starts at Fire 1. I believe it's upwards of like 180 hours. It's upwards of 180 hours worth of training right now. But on top of that, last year alone, we did 1,200 man-hours of training for the average firefighter in the year. We have 5 guys who are certified as rescue divers, which consisted of a weekend's worth of training and a monthly dive since then. We have 12 hours of ice rescue training with 6 guys certified in ice rescue. And we try to do anywhere from 2 to 4 live burns on average a year, which is usually a full day on a Saturday or Sunday. And then also on top of that, we have miscellaneous trainings that occur throughout the year. Like we have pump classes on Saturdays and Sundays that attribute to those hours. So it definitely becomes like a second job for a lot of guys, especially in our fire department. We have a lot of young guys like myself who treat it as a second home and who just love being there and are passionate about what they do and serving their community. So.
And you do a lot of training with the other fire companies in the area?
Yeah, actually, we just set up a training. We're going to be doing some training with our mutual aid company out of Green Creek. We try to do 4 trainings a year with our local fire departments, Town Bank and Irma, and then we also, since we use Rio Grande and Green Creek Fire Company for mutual aid, we try to do at least 2 with those guys also a year. So we seem to stay pretty busy with our training.
And the ISO also shows that the training has to be there for the officers to be properly supervisory capacity.
Some of the things the ISO looked at in the fire department was officer certifications. We require our officers to maintain at least 1 Division of Fire Safety course a year by the state. They also look at the training hours per month that we do. They look at the records we keep. They take into consideration our pre-plans that we accomplished, which last year we hit that hard, and we were able to make a pre-plan for each individual business in Fire District Number 1. I believe there's 136 roughly in Fire District Number 1 that we sent someone out. We spent about 4 hours every Wednesday, and he went around to each business, and slowly but surely we put it all together and got it all squared away.
Well done.
Any other questions from the council?
I'd like to make a comment also about your rating, to commend you on getting that to a 3. We started in January in a part of Lower Township that had a 10 rating, and through modification with fire departments, they were able to drop that to a 4, which was outstanding. Personally, we're looking for a 5 or 6. The fact that you're at 3 is another commendation that all our fire districts are doing a phenomenal job, and I want to thank you.
No, thank you, we appreciate it. One of the big things that helped, I think, all 3 fire departments in Lower Township was the mutual aid agreement we had set up between one another in responses to structure fires, and that helped each fire department individually in a great way, so we definitely are happy with where we're at, and we're going to continue to strive for a better rating the next go-around.
Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
Well done. All right, Jim?
The council's going to see a best practices worksheet tonight, and in the next few weeks, they'll be probably looking at sections of this. It's a worksheet that's required to be approved once a year by council. The best practice worksheet states that municipalities should at least annually discuss publicly if their authorities are successful in fulfilling their mission and question if they are in compliance with New Jersey statutes. Lower Township has 3 fire districts and a municipal utilities authority. All are required to deliver their budgets to the township upon adoption, which they all do. We are required to have the documents available to the public, which we do. The authorities are required to maintain a website and have specific documents posted to that website. All 4 of the authorities have met all the statutory requirements and are currently successfully fulfilling their mission statements. The township has reached out to our authorities and have gone over the statutory requirements, discussed their websites, and all the information contained on them. This evening, we have invited representatives from each authority to this meeting. Fire District 2 was unable to attend as they have a previously scheduled meeting this evening. And if anyone has any questions, there are people here that could answer the questions, or if council has questions about it, our CFO is here, along with our clerk, that have diligently worked in all the areas of questioning here.
No. When does the rest of the sheet come out, do you know? I guess, Lauren, do you know when we get the full sheet?
We could approve it either the next meeting or the 19th.
Okay. Just curious, wanted to see what they usually have something different each year, don't they? They kind of put a few in there. That's fine. Thank you.
I'd like to commend all the authorities right now, the commissions and authority, for working together. Some people don't see everything they do, but the presentation by the village fire chief just now to lower homeowners insurance is just one of the minor things, but that was all them working together to do that to help the residents. The training budgets, I just got word today, phase 1 has been approved for villas for water. They're going to be announcing that shortly. And without them there, I don't think we'll be looking at water anytime soon, but they're looking, I believe, spring of 2016 to get started. They're doing a great job down there. I definitely want to commend the fire commissions for what they're doing. And that's it for me right now.
Okay. Move down to the consent agenda. Does anybody have any council comments or questions on the consent agenda? You guys okay with it? Public comment on the consent agenda? Close the public portion.
Approval of minutes, September 9th, 2015. Resolutions number 2015-279 through 2015-287.
Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Councilmember Conrad,
Yes.
Councilmember Perry,
Yes.
Councilmember Simonson,
Yes.
Mayor Beck.
Yes. Move down to administrative reports, and then we go to council comments. Councilman Conrad?
Hope everyone had a great summer. As we heard, we're going to get some new water in the Villas, which is great. We're looking at 2 phases. They got north end, Fulling Mill North will be getting it first, as we said this in the spring. That's highly important for not just fire protection, but I believe it was 2005 that the U.S. Geological came in and said they were expecting a lot of these shallow wells to possibly start failing in 10 to 15 years. We're in that time span. That's one of the reasons we did look at mandatory hookups, was to save people to keep their COs if the water did go. It would be horrible to try to react to that afterwards. The MUA's being proactive, proud of them. They're looking at some other issues. I've been to many of their meetings, and they're trying to get a lot of things resolved in a short period of time. Next is Run for the Fallen. Please attend. I believe we're going to have a short little ceremony for Marvin Hume right beforehand. This is the first one he's going to be missing on Wednesday at 5 o'clock at Sunset Beach. Other than that, I believe I'm done. Oh, and I see a lot of some people from the Historical Preservation Committee. I'm glad that they seem to be ready to go, and they're going to be starting their meeting shortly. And they seem excited. Not right this second, but at other times.
I believe tomorrow's the last day of summer, so fall is here on Wednesday. And just a reminder to everyone, the children are back to school. They are on bus stops. I know that they've been back a few weeks, but just a reminder to everyone. Also, with the temperature changing at night, starting to get a little cool, people are going to start to turn their heating units on. Just a reminder to make sure that if you do have any type of heating device, that you do keep combustible products away from them. It's always a good idea prior to starting up to get your heating, cooling people in there to check them out to make sure they're safe, not in the middle of the winter. We want to try to make sure that, at least I do anyway, want to make sure that people are aware. Check your heating units out before you use them, and be safe.
A couple things. Our Lower Cape Regional football team lost at Cape Penelope this past weekend in what we have called the Commissioner's Cup between the both sides of the ferry. I was fortunate enough to go out we did win the coin toss, if that counts or something. So I think the mayor will be traveling over to Delaware on Thursday to present them with the Commissioner's Cup. And this Friday, our Lower Cape Regional High School Key Club is sponsoring a lock-in at the high school, and that is in support of anti-drug awareness. There'll be some presentations and activities. It begins on Friday evening and goes through the night into Saturday morning. Like I said, we've talked about other activities within the township, and it's important to keep educating people on the importance of how we fight this epidemic of drug use, drug dealing, and addiction. So that'll be a great event this weekend, put on by the kids in the Key Club, and that's it for me.
Very good. I don't have much. I don't know if you said that they begin at the Lighthouse, did you, when you talked?
The run Thursday morning.
At 8 o'clock, okay. Well, that's basically it. Hopefully we get home to watch real football.
Were you saying yesterday wasn't?
We should have held the meeting last night. We wouldn't have missed anything. So we'll open it up to public comment. Gentleman in the back.
Better turn it down. My name is Steve Schatz, and I am a member of the Lower Township Municipal Utilities Authority. I won't go into great detail about my background, except to say I was a registered professional engineer in Pennsylvania for 50 years, and in New Jersey for 24 years. I've been actively involved in a bunch of community groups throughout the county. As you know, among the things I learned is that you have to listen to people. It is important that you listen to people and to help whenever possible, whenever they need help. A few of these that we worked on was in response to a desperate need in Town Bank. We worked with the county to have studies made. They had very, very little money, and they just did a very teeny tiny smattering of samples throughout Town Bank. And that resulted in our going forward and getting the second highest grant in the state of New Jersey for water. We completed the Town Bank project from 2 blocks south of Town Bank Road all the way up to Wildwood Avenue. 3,000 homes and at least 7,500 people. And the other thing we did is up here in the village, a little girl carrying a baby came out crying one day. She had water in the street and a well in the backyard. And she and her husband were working as hard as they could just to pay off their house. And the doctor, the baby's doctor, told her not even to allow her to bathe in the water, that baby. So we worked with the state. We had numerous meetings with our assemblyman, and he introduced legislation. We went up at our own personal expense to Trenton and provided testimony in support of that. That resulted in the state loan program, where our people and the people throughout the state can borrow up to $10,000 to hook to water, 0% interest, 10-year payback, and a 1% declining service fee over 10 years. There's so much more that I could talk about, but water, good water is the lifeblood of our being. Without good water, we couldn't exist. We've received a ton of requests from people living in the villas on the east side of Bayshore Road. I am pleased to inform you that our MUA has worked to provide this water. It will be accomplished in 2 steps. Step 1 will provide water to the roads north of Filling Mill Road. It is estimated there are 30,175 feet, that's 5.7 miles of pipe, and will require an estimated cost of $3.7 million. And we are hopeful of getting that started next spring. Step 2 will require everything south of, including Filling Mill Road and south. And that will require 25,700 feet of pipe, or 4.7 miles, meaning 10.6 miles of pipe. And we will have a lot of fire protection added in that area. I would strongly encourage all of the people to attend our meetings. It was very, very disturbing for a long time. And we've been working extremely hard to meet the needs of the people. I don't know ever that any group anywhere has worked this hard. All too often, things do get done, not by us, because without full consideration of what the public needs. I believe our MUA has done a great job, and I would like to thank Tom Conrad for attending our meetings and for being part of the follow-up and seeing that this gets done. I thank you.
Is Does anybody else wish to address council?
Helen Thompson, Villas. Did you get an answer on the federal property thing?
Helen, we're sure working hard on that research, but there have been a few other more pressing issues that have come up. So we're still looking in.
But there's news, that's just because we don't have the solicitor looking into something, that costs everybody money. I asked the manager to look into it with the floodplain our new floodplain manager, who's our new tax assessor, and he has an answer for you.
The manager?
Manager, yes.
When our certified floodplain manager, Jen Dow, contacted the Army Corps of Engineer and gave me a report this afternoon and a copy of the law. And basically, this is online, but I brought this in case you came tonight. You could take it with you if you like, but 100% of those beaches are controlled under public access of the state, which means beaches on both sides, which she gave me a map from the Army Corps of Engineer. Our ordinance applies to that stretch of beach that they own, as well as all our beach. What our ordinance is, it's 100% pertains to this also, not just on this side that I believe you referred to, but also on the other side. And it's chapter 178, which explains.
Yeah, I'd like to take that, if you don't mind.
You may have this.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Does there anybody else wish to address council? Close the public portion. Up.
He just was.
Instructions in that showing phase one. I don't phase two, but I do have all the streets listed.
Are they going to be they should be on your site shortly, the MUA site?
You should make copies for the press if they want them.
Thank you. If anybody, the Lower Township MUA site has some wonderful information, including where they're going to be running waters, phase 1 and 2.
Okay. All right, anybody else? Close the public portion. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second?
Second, Steve.
All in
Favor?
favor?
Aye.
7-1.